My prediction earlier this year was that after a rough 2023, the Walt Disney World Resort was likely to rebound at least a little bit in terms of attendance. Folks, I'm here to tell you, I was wrong. Attendance is down. And if you're looking to go and find nobody else around, May might be the best month you've ever seen for an empty Walt Disney World. Hello, folks, and happy Friday from a sunshiny somewhere in USA. We're coming to you live from the studio today, and huge kudos out to all of you who clicked on the video. We're happy to have you as we are here to, as always and ever, explain entertainment, keep you ahead of the culture curve, and what a pleasure it is to do that today. Take a look at this beautiful chart. Look at these colors. It's fabulous. We love Thrill Data. It is a website we highly recommend that you go, thrill-data.com. And they have the stuff we need when it comes to understanding the precipitous dropping attendance at Walt Disney World Resort. Now, folks, we don't have the absolute numbers of attendance week to week and month to month because Disney doesn't give it. Mean old Disney. But you know what Disney does give? Disney does give the wait times. In fact, those are publicly available all the time via those Disney apps, right, that show you what the wait's going to be. And then there are these wonderful websites there, like Thrill Data, for example, wonderful websites out there that they accumulate and aggregate that data to figure out what crowd levels are looking like at Disney World. And so, although we can't have, the exact number of people who go through the turnstile, we can figure out, based on the wait times, sort of how crowded Disney World is. And so that's what we're going to do today. And I'm going to show you that the numbers of folks going to Disney World, it's dropping. And I know some of you out there are going to say, now, I went to Disney World. And it was crowded, I tell you, crowded. We've sent reporters from that park place to the parks. We've noticed that even when it feels crowded, the parking lots are not at capacity. And we've noticed that even when it feels crowded, that the hotels are not at capacity. And so that's one of those ways that we've come to realize something's going on. But I want to get into the hard data and just show you this, okay? Again, this is fantastic stuff. Let me show you how the chart works real quick. So this chart is measuring the wait times across all of Walt Disney World, all 4 parks. It's measuring the wait times monthly, okay? So it takes the average of every single wait time posted every single day, tosses them all together, and then we get this, okay? So this is January 1st, 2022, wait time, 38 minutes, okay? So that's how long, on average, you were going to wait for a ride in January of 2022. If you go to February, you on average were going to wait 45 minutes. Now, remember, too, that all of this, well, it's taking into account only the standby line. In other words, if you go to Walt Disney World and you decide for a family of 4, you're going to drop another $120 each day so that you can have those line skips, which once upon a time, by the way, were free. They were called fast passes. Then you can skip this and you can greatly reduce your time. 46 minutes was the wait here in March. You get the idea. It goes all the way up until now. And so we've run the data on this, and I want to share with you what we're seeing. And you can see this, though, visually. You can literally see it. On average, if you were going to Walt Disney World Resort in 2022, you were looking at about 41 minutes on the nose, 41 minutes that you were going to wait in line for an attraction. However, and let me say this too, folks, someone out there, someone who is appropriately skeptical might say, well, now, wait a minute, the number of rides has changed or something. Maybe they're changing the way that they calculate the lines. Well, that could be. On the attraction side, though, folks, this actually makes it worse because when Disney World shut down Splash Mountain, that should have made the wait times go up because Splash Mountain was the most popular attraction in any of the parks, according to polling. Splash Mountain was the most favorite attraction for folks out there. And you also, if you've been paying close attention to this channel as well as the Disney earnings calls, you know that Disney was very protective of the parks in 2023 in some of their statements because they noted that crowd levels had been soft, right? And they expected them to rebound. But in 2023, the average wait time was 36.6 minutes. So any given attraction, if you got on it and you didn't pay to skip the line, you were going to wait 36.6 minutes on average. Now, that represents a significant drop in wait time at a time when wait times naturally should have gone up instead, again, due to the reduction in numbers of attractions. So, for example, from 2022 to 2023, that was an 11% drop. Now, is that an 11% drop in actual guest numbers, or is it an 11% drop in wait times in some weird way? Well, just to be fair, let's say that it is some sort of strange recalculation of wait times. It still would represent a large decrease in the number of guests, which correlates to what Disney has been telling us in their earnings calls. And the reason that we know that is because you simply cannot, through some sort of calculation, create an 11% drop in wait times without there being a decrease significantly in attendance. But perhaps things have gotten better in 2024, right? Surely. Well, that's what I had thought. I thought, well, they can't drop another 11%, and maybe they won't. But so far, things are not going well, because if we add up the numbers, folks, let's take a look at this. Let's go into high fidelity here, and I'll show you this, what I'm talking about. If we go into, let's start in December. I think this really is telling, okay? So in the past Decembers, well, we can only go back to 2023, so we'll do that. Oh, no, we can get 22. All right, so in 22, the average wait time in December was 46 minutes, right? And the wait time for 23 was 42 minutes. Again, take a look at that. 46 minutes, 42 minutes. The 36 is really concerning, because what's going to happen next is, as always happens, March is way down. Now, why is March way down? And this is why, folks, if you want to go during the month of May, during the month of May, you want to go because people are going to graduation. They're going to prom. They're doing all this stuff. And so May is the lowest month. Apologies on the misstatement earlier when I mistakenly said March. But May is the time to go. Well, if April is already down to 36 minutes, whereas April in 2023 was 40, and if May dropped to 31 in 2023, which, well, what that means is you could see an empty Disney World. I mean, it's just going to be flat out empty this coming month. That's possible. Now, that means that if you want to go to Disney and enjoy empty park with no lines, because once the lower you get on the wait times, the more and more likely it is that we're talking about a lot of walk-ons, even though it's posted at that amount. And that's because those wait times tend not to go below 15. So it artificially lifts that number. That gets into the weeds. We won't go there. But anyway, let me give you the what we're looking at right now. For the first 4 months of 2023, the Walt Disney World Resort had an average wait time of 40.5 minutes for the first 4 months of 2023. For the first 4 months of 2024, the only months that we've existed in yet, right? They have a wait time of 39.25. That's a 4.1% decrease so far. Now, if that holds, folks, if that continues on as it is, then we are on a path, we're on a trajectory of a 15.1% drop in attendance, at least the way it feels, right? Because all that matters is how long are you waiting. That tells you everything you know about how you feel in terms of crowded levels. From 2022 to 2024, we're looking at a 15.1% drop, and that is a huge deal. So why is Disney World dropping? And especially, my belief had been that the reason that Disney World would not drop in 2024, and again, I'll say I am wrong. It's still sunny here at the studio, but I am wrong. The reason I had thought it was because Epic Universe. I thought, there are going to be enough families out there who say, we're going to go see Epic Universe when it opens next year. Why don't we do Disney this year? And that whatever percentage of folks that is, that would be enough to lift this year into the positive, at least a little bit. And that is wrong. So what in the world is going on? Well, folks, I'm here to tell you. Let me show you this. So this is a post that I put out days ago. We did a video on it, and it's all about the evil queen, right? Who is played by someone who we, in the article on thatparkplace.com, we talked about this individual apparently being very, very tall, and we have a picture of them compared to a regular size family with a baritone voice, shall we say. And this has picked up now. I need to send a gift basket to whichever far extremist site has sent me 840,000 views on this, because it just exploded in the last 24 hours. Again, kudos to them, because this is almost certainly going to mean this thing lands somewhere in some sort of legacy media. I know it's from some sort of extremist place, though, because all the posts and all the people responding to it all say that they live in some sort of occupied land, and they have cat avatars, and they declare in their bios every possible thing that is frivolous that you could ever imagine. So let's see, why would Disney World be dropping in attendance? Take a look at this.
You are my favorite evil queen. Oh my god!
Also my favorite. We have so much.
So that might be one reason that your parks are decreasing. If your families are approaching a hulking 6-foot+ evil queen with a deep voice, that might do it. Why else might your parks be decreasing? Well, this is Jennifer Lewis. She's the voice of Mama Odie, and she is prominently featured in all sorts of Disney advertising, especially Imagineering, for the new Tiana's Bayou Adventure attraction. In fact, I'll show you. Here she is right here in this Instagram post by Disney Parks meeting her animatronic Mama Odie. And we're not going to play it because it's got some music in the background, and we don't want to get us. Well, you know what, folks? We'll just no, we can't. We can't. You know what?
Oh my God! Here it is. Hey, sweetie.
That's enough. Okay, that they won't get us for that. They won't get us for that, surely. And I cannot play this, folks. I cannot. It's too profane. What's that? You want me to play it? You want me to risk the ears of the innocent children who will hear Jennifer Lewis's Mama Odie and her? Okay, fine, we'll play it. If you watched on the Pro Show, you know I am going to bleep it here, though, folks. You don't have to turn off the radio, but she's unhinged and she's crazy. But again, this is speaking to why the parks are not doing well.
He will have generals walk down the steps of the Capitol. He will take a hammer and break the glass where the Constitution is, and he will tear it up in our faces and say, now, I'm the king of the world. You will bow down. He will punish everybody that didn't vote for him. Let me tell y'all how I know this. I know it because I know what mental illness looks like.
All right, enough of that. We agree. We can see what it looks like as well. But folks, that is why I think that we're getting this, a decrease in attendance. How could you not? These people are crazy. They're unhinged. If you want to be a dude playing a female villain, cool, from a distance and makeup and without your voice sounding like a dude. You know what? I don't even get into that. People do whatever you want. But from the market side of it, right? I don't care what you do as an adult. I don't care. Go live your life. Go have a good time. Do what it is you want to do, what gives you meaning. I have my own thoughts. But from the market standpoint, families don't want their little girl to go for dress up at a, multiple $100 boutique, the bibbity bobbity boop, and be let in with somebody that's sporting a mustache. Now that maybe the family is ignorant. Maybe they're awful. Maybe they're horrible people. I don't know that they are, but maybe they are. It doesn't matter. You're there to make money, Disney. You're there to make money. It seems like Disney puts these things into, these situations. They make them as visible and prominent as they can. Now, you might ascribe it to something else. I don't know. Maybe you're Bob Iger. Maybe you say it's just too dang hot. Maybe that's the reason suddenly Florida summers, it's global warming. Global warming, that's what it is. You may put it at whatever. Hang. No, Jonas, I'm joking. It's not because the summers are hotter. I'm not saying that the Seven Seas Lagoon is going to flood Magic Kingdom. Jonas, apologies, folks. So you can come up with whatever you want for the reason the drop is. Okay, I've presented you a possibility. You don't have to believe it, but you can't get away from this chart. You can't get away from the data, which is that wait times are dropping. They've dropped 15%, and I'll guarantee you it's not because Disney is changing the ways so that you'll get on the ride faster, so you'll stop buying so many of those darn Genie Plus lightning lanes that lifts their stock. Guarantee you that's not the reason. And oh, by the way, as we head out today, I got a feeling that these record Genie Plus prices and Lightning Lane Pass prices, we hear about how Disney World is so crowded they've had to reach record highs on the cost for those. If you look at the data, I get a feeling that's not true. I got a feeling that Disney World is not more crowded than it was 2 years ago when Genie Plus, yes, was there as well. Folks, that's the video for today. We hope you're having a sunshiny day wherever you are, whether there's clouds in the skies or not. Consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms, it's the notification bell, and drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. We covet your thoughts. We covet your comments. We care about what you think, and be nice to everybody. And folks, if you are of any kind of thought or persuasion and you think that what we said today was problematic in any way, we apologize. We're not here to be demeaning or anything like that. We love you. We want you to have a good time. We are just looking at a company and company actions and whether or not they're good for the company. And we're not here to be political either. The Mama Odie stuff, it's not about politics. It's about, do you come across as a person that people want their kids to be listening to you sing on a ride or on a MP3 or whatever? And if you're acting like that, I got a feeling I'm going to keep my kids away from you. I don't care what end of the political spectrum you're on. That doesn't matter. What matters is you come across as bonkers. Like I wouldn't let you babysit them for 15 minutes, little alone be the voice behind some sort of character that they're going to think is beloved. All right, folks, that's it for today. More videos on the way, afternoons and evenings right here on the Pro Channel. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you have a great one. Get out there and make the world better. No matter who you are, what you're doing, keep learning, keep growing. As always.
Floral, it's time for you to walk the plank.
What? Why?
Because you haven't subscribed to WDW Pro yet. Nor bookmark thatparkplace.com on your web browser to get great articles from great contributors.
What?